Good morning, everyone. I am Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in. You're all greatly appreciated here. A few things before we get started. If you wouldn't mind clicking the subscribe and like button, that would be great. There are links to my Facebook pages and group pages in the description. And also commenting to let me know if this reading resonates with you. I apologize that I didn't get this out yesterday. It was like yesterday just went. I wake up at 4 in the morning and it just kind of seemed like I was up and then the day was over. And everything I did in between was like insignificant. It's just so weird yesterday. It's just like time just kind of went like a rocket and just kind of got away. I don't know what happened yesterday. It was really weird. Anyway, so without further ado, this is what we have. We have the Crow Tarot, deck number 1, with the very beautiful Egyptian Scarab. I resonate very highly with the Egyptian Scarab. I have a card of Isis on my altar. I love anything Egyptian. When I talk about the city of Alexandria, I get very emotional. So I believe I have a past life connection there. We also have the Crystal Power Tarot, if you were drawn to this beautiful tiger eye skull. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And then the Energy Oracle and the Heart is deck number 3. So without further ado, let's get to it. So we're going to move these aside. Boop, boop, boop. And we are going to, like the crystal deck goes, choose me, choose me. We are going to call upon our angels, guardians, and guides and see what the message has for group number 1 with the Crow Tarot. 2 cards flipped out of the deck. And there we have it. So the Crow Tarot. Wow, there's a lot of new energy here. A lot of new energy here. So we have the King of Swords ready to fight for what he wants, needs, and desires. He's very stable. And where he is, we have the Page of Pentacles with new money-making opportunities. New money-making, not only new money-making opportunities, but creative money-making opportunities that has the potential of putting you into a place of financial abundance and prosperity. So if you have been thinking about changing jobs, if you have been thinking about going into business for yourself, if you have been thinking about going into some sort of creative endeavor by yourself, or for yourself, opening up a storefront business, doing an online business, going into business with friends, whatever the case may be, we have the King of Swords here. And I believe that you may be second guessing yourself, but there's no need for that. This opportunity is very stable. It's very grounded. It's very it has the potential of being very prosperous, and you're well on your way. You're just like right into it. And here's what I want to say. A lot of people say that the knights of the tarot are wanderers, and they get their mind set on something and they get very excited about it, and it becomes a challenge, and then when that challenge is complete, they get bored with it, and then they move on to the next thing, right? But if this has the potential of being very prosperous for you, then don't allow that feeling of, oh, well, I did it, I accomplished it, now moving on to the next thing, overtake this opportunity. Because it would be awful if you spent all this time creating this wonderful, beautiful money-making opportunity, and then after you accomplish this success, you kind of got bored with it and just kind of let it go to the wayside, or let it die out, and on to the new challenge, right? So try, if you're able. I know it's hard. I know it's hard if you're that excited, because some people get so excited about new adventures and new challenges and overcoming those challenges, and and being, you know, getting very creative. And when that creative juices start to flow, there could be many different things on the table. And I would hate to see something so beneficial be pushed by the wayside because a new idea pops into your head and you think that idea can be as beneficial or as prosperous as the idea that you just put into motion and achieved, right? So try to stay grounded, right? Don't get into the mentality of, oh my God, if I can do this, then what else can I do? And then you're off like a horse in the night or a crow in the night looking for that next best thing when you have this great thing in front of you that hasn't even begun to show its full potential. So if you are going through some sort of business adventure or opening an online store or a storefront or getting into some kind of, you know, online business thing, whatever it is, stay grounded with it. Give it time to blossom. Give it time to mature. Give it time to bring in the prosperity and the abundance that is yours and well deserved. Give it time to show you its full potential before you go running off and looking for that next great idea or that next great opportunity or that next great success story, right? So if you chose deck number 1, this is for you. There are some great things ahead for you, right? But again, don't be so in a hurry to, after you start making money with this, getting into the headspace of, oh my God, what else can I do? And then letting this kind of, you know, die out. That would be very unfortunate. If you had something in your grasp that is so very amazing and remarkable and has the potential to change your life, and then you kind of push it away because you think that that next best thing could have the same benefits and show you the same opportunity. But what if it doesn't? What if it's something totally different? What if you jump into something else with the excitement that you have with this, that you miss a step and it turns out not to be as financially profitable for you? So be very careful with getting into that headspace of, now that I did this, what else can I do? And pushing what you've already created aside to go to something better. The grass is not always greener on the other side. So if you've chosen deck number 1, the Scarab Beetle, this is your reading, and thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. All right, moving on to deck number 2, the Crystal Power Tarot. You've chosen the beautiful Tiger Eye Skull. So pretty. Let's see what the energy holds for you. These cards are big, and my hands are small. One card immediately pops out of the deck. So this is going to be a doozy. Second card. See if we can get any more. There we go. All right. So this was the first card, where we have the Emperor, making empowered choices. Then we have the Hierophant, ready to love and to learn from others and yourself. Then we have the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. She looks so badass. Look at that. Can you see that? She is looking like she is ready to take on the world. So, deck 2. The Crystal Skull. No, not the Crystal Skull. The Tiger Eye Skull. Stop it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the Five of Cups, because that's where my attention is brought to first. In the traditional Five of Cups, you have 3 cups laying on the ground, tilted over, someone hovering over them, being very heartbroken and very forlorn, and they don't recognize the 2 cups behind them. And I was talking to my boyfriend about this last night, about how when things go to shit, the only thing people focus on is the things going to shit, and they don't focus on the positive of these things going to shit. So if you were in a relationship and the relationship would tense up, and you spend all of this time going over and over and over and over in your head, what could I have done? What could I have done? What could I have done? When you fail to see the positiveness of this relationship being no more, right? Perhaps we were so blinded by love or lust or what we thought we wanted from this relationship that we failed to see the other parts of the relationship that weren't technically working in our favor. And then the relationship goes sideways, and then we start getting in our head about, you know, what could I have done? What did I do wrong? And it's all of these things, and we spend so much time focusing on it, and so much time creating situations in our head that have to do with whatever the loss was, that we fail to see that another door is opening. One door closes, another door opens. So we have the Emperor here, and the Emperor here really talks about making empowered choices, not allowing that loss of something to really get in your head to the point of where you fail to move forward. And the Hero, and it's just like, I just want to do this. This is what I want to do. Boop, boop, boop. This is what I want to do. I want to do that. I feel like you're going through a loss of something, be it a breakup, a loss of a friendship, a loss of a job, a death, something that has caused you to stop living life, or stop being a benefit to your own life, right? And so the Emperor is pushing you, is saying, look, you have the ability to make the choices here. You have the potential to love yourself and learn from this loss. You have the ability to be your own anchor and fight for what you want and protect what you desire. It doesn't have to be this poor me, I don't know what happened, my life is over mentality. It doesn't have to be that, because you're stronger than that. The Emperor and the Queen of Swords says so. And the Hierophant wants you to learn whatever lesson you could have learned from this situation, but not by stop living, not by that, not by being down on yourself, not by playing the victim, not by constantly putting yourself in a headspace of poor me, what did I do wrong, oh my God, no, but by seeing the situation, the relationship, whatever it was, from a different perspective and different point of view, and really taking a step back, because we get so involved. And okay, so we are spirits, energy, having this experience here, right? We get so involved in the emotional aspect of what we go through in our day-to-day life that we forget how to express, or how to allow that spiritual energy to guide us through our lives. And the emotional, or the human part of us wants to be that victim. We want people to hear our stories. We want people to feel sorry for us. We want people to pat us on the back, or give us a hug, or give us a shoulder to cry on. But what experience did you gain from this? Right? What experience did you gain from this situation, or this loss, or whatever this situation was. What experience did you gain from it? If you're too busy over here playing the victim, then you've probably gained no experience at all, and we have a tendency to go through and make these same choices because we are not looking at these losses from a different perspective, and we are not learning from them. So the Emperor talks about making these empowered choices and learning from the losses, or learning from the mistakes, and not being that poor me, not being that victim to the circumstances of the situations. You can be an anchor in your own life. You can be empowered. You can learn how to love and to learn and to grow from the mistakes that you've made, and protect yourself from making that again. It doesn't constantly have to be the same pattern and routine of greatness, loss, poor me, victim, make the same mistake, or make the same choices. It can be different, but you have to make the decision if it is going to be different in your life, right? Are you going to continue to play the victim every time thing goes tits up, or are you going to take that power and make those empowered choices, love yourself, learn from that, move on, and protect yourself from it ever happening again? All right, well, that is your choice, and that is deck number 2. So deck number 2, thank you for allowing me to read for you. And if you've chosen deck number 3, which was the heart that fell on the floor, this is the Energy Oracle, and this is your reading. Let's see what we have from the Energy Oracle. The Energy Oracle's like, no, I'm not having it. Not after the last reading. You're not going to get everybody mad at us. All right, so we have, look at this, Angel of Love, 5th chakra, right? Appreciation. Wow. All right. So we go from the harshness of that last reading to speaking your voice. And if it's about love and appreciating someone, then speak up. So the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, is the throat chakra, and it's about speaking your voice. The Angel of Love is about understanding and realizing that there's love all around you. Hold on for a second. Sorry. And as soon as I drew that, I felt this tickle in my throat, and it is still there. Let me get a drink. All right. Okay, sorry. So the 5th chakra is all about speaking your voice, saying what you need to say, not allowing others to put a stipend or a muzzle on you, really being verbal about how you feel and what you think. And the Angel of Love really talks about you being surrounded and protected. So not having the fear to say what you need to say and express what you need to express. And that by you expressing this and knowing that you are protected, by you being verbal, and it kind of feels like that you have been shut down on more than one occasion. That there have been those around you who do not value your opinion and your voice. And sometimes you get fed up with the shit, fed up with being crawfished, fed up with being pushed to the bottom of the totem pole, fed up with being overly spoken over, fed up with being undervalued, fed up with being not appreciated. And sometimes we gotta step in the middle of all those assholes and say, this is what I have to say, and you're gonna listen. And when that happens, when we step out of that cocoon, if you will, and we express what we need to say, and we express it not in a negative, chaotic, crazy kind of way, but in a powerful way, right? This is you taking back your voice, taking back your power, taking back from others what you have allowed them to do to you. See, no one can take your power unless you're allowing them to do it. So anytime someone spoke over you, you didn't say, wait a minute, I was talking here. And when you didn't do that, that let everyone else know that it's okay to do that to you. It's okay. They don't care. They don't mind. So when you step in the midst of all of this and you say, I am here, it's my turn to speak, I will be heard. And some people will have a great appreciation for that and a great respect for that. And you'll find that you will then be accepted, if you will, or included. Now, do you want to be included in a group of people who only accepted you and appreciated you when you spoke your voice, right? They didn't think much of you when you were submissive, or when you've allowed others to speak over you. But now that you're very vocal and protected and loved and valued and appreciated, they are now accepting of that. But you have to ask yourself, if they weren't accepting of you when you were how you were before, are they the type of people that you want to be included in now, right? The community card can also be going out in your community and speaking your voice. So if you have, I'm not a political person. I am not. But if you have very vocal political values, going out into your community and helping others express their opinions in a way that is through love and through, I mean, you can feel very strongly about something and bring that across from a place of love and appreciation, as opposed to cussing and getting in people's faces and talking over people and being an asshole about it. You really can. You can. And it's the way it's presented, right? If you're going in already with an attitude, then no one's going to want to listen to that. But if you're going in with respect for everyone around you and respect for the cause, then people will take the time to listen. And if they don't take the time to listen, then those aren't the people that you want to be dealing with anyway, because they're not professional and they could probably care less about the situation that you care so much about anyways. So find people who are on that same vibrational level of love and appreciation, if this is in fact speaking out against the atrocities of that are going on in your community, or if it's politics, or if it's religion, politics, whatever you are very passionate about. But know that you are surrounded with love here, and you are very much appreciated. So regardless if it's speaking out for your community, or if it's you speaking up in an environment where other people have taken your voice, you're very protected and very appreciated, and will be shown appreciation for stepping up and speaking out, because there are more than just you, I feel, that have been pushed aside or pushed down, or their voices not heard, because those higher than them, or those who feel more entitled than them, they have given the power to push back and or push down. And so you being that vocal point of it all, that voice of it all, they really want you to know how much they appreciate you and how much they love you for coming out and showing your true strength and showing your true voice and your true passion for whatever the cause may be. So number 3, this is your reading. Thank you all so very much for allowing me to do this reading for you. Stay in your power. Learn from your losses and don't go on any unnecessary adventures when you have everything you want, need, and desire at your fingertips. So you guys have a great and wonderful Friday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.